Yo, I got a hot take for all of my fellow educators out there, and I feel really positive about it, honestly, overall. But the thing is, like, for all of the fellow educators who are like those old school teachers, over 60 years old, I have so much tremendous respect for the old school teachers who I learned from, without like so many, I don't know, like I know like there's a lot of good things to be said for like the new waves in education that came in, but I think that the traditional ways that I learned from just patient, wise people, I have so much respect. And so what I'm about to say is not ignorant of the old ways at all, but what I want to say is, just like how we're seeing automation come through in the workplace, and if we're not able to change with the times, workers will become obsolete. I'm seeing this in teaching as well, in education. So what that means is learning from what the new generation is doing, learning from these fast-paced models, and just really trying to stay on the cutting edge of our society while staying true to the roots that are so important to us is going to be crucial in these years ahead. Now that we have people with online learning, I feel horrible for anybody who is struggling with that, because they might be a magnificent teacher and just they're not YouTubers and they're not Twitch streamers and they're not gamers and stuff. And I think that we need to find a way for it to work for them, because what I'm seeing is that's what these kids expect. And so for those of us who are able to jump on YouTube or stream or do super interesting animations or just stay super fast paced, like, we are going to have probably a better time with it because we're more in alignment with what the kids are doing. And so just like how workers need to evolve a little bit in order to not become obsolete, so does our profession of education. And what I think you can do is look at what the kids are looking at, meaning get on YouTube and start to understand what influencers are, who influencers are. Like, download these social media apps, get on TikTok. There are tons of adults on TikTok spreading literal, real knowledge about interesting things that I didn't know about. I mean, you're getting a global look at people's passions from the other side of the world. And yeah, there's a lot of goofy stuff too, but honestly, it's all about what you like and how you interact with the technology. You're going to receive more content based on the algorithm of your likes and your comments and your shares. So learning how to use this technology, learning how to use it in your favor, get on Twitch, watch some live streams. It's not that you have to be a live streamer, but do you even know what it's like is a great question to ask yourself. Because I did not, and now that I've looked at it, I've learned a lot from it. I don't want to see conformity, like, okay, we all have to be doing this goofy, gimmicky stuff. That is not the idea. We need respect for the old ways. We need to treat our teachers correctly, properly. We need to be recognizing who's really distinguished in their profession. And at the same time, be willing to evolve, be willing to grow, and be willing to just do things that are in alignment with the ways that our brain works, not having so much connected screen time. I mean, if you've got 11,500 viewers on Twitch, you can't see their cameras, but there's other ways to know that people are engaged. And the other part of it is like looking at what we're really actually even teaching, because, there's not a lot of that we can do about it. Like, I can't just change what I'm supposed to teach today to, from today to tomorrow. But we can over time say, like, yes, reading and writing are, like, of course, eternal, right? No substitute for that. But changing maybe the content of what we're reading, updating it for this third millennium, 21st century, really revolutionary mindset for our changing world, for our changing society, like implementing even way more diversity. Like, there's so many changes that already need to be made. And so now that it's time for an overhaul, let's be super positive about the possibilities and do that. And so bringing in indigenous voices, black voices, Mexican, South American, Central American, which technically America isn't even the term, to originally describe these lands, but this continent, African continent, these different continents, bringing in these different voices with our technological possibilities right here at the edge of 5G. Finally, everybody can be a developer, everyone can be a designer. Like, that's what I want to see more implemented, is everyone, and I'm going to call it a technology developer, because it should be more broad, it should be more vast. Like, not everyone wants to sit behind a desk and write code. That's not the only way to develop our technology and the platforms that we're using. That is my hot take. Keep an open mind, be adventurous, and look at what the next generation is looking at, okay? Not to mimic it or make us all into influencers on the internet or something like that, but we should at least know why they're so successful by studying them. All right? Cheetah Volcano out.